Hi, everybody. I've been thinking that maybe we could all use a little bit of holiday magic, so I thought I would read my favorite book to you all, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." I was actually given this book when I was one, so this Christmas it is exactly 50 years old, so it's a little beat up. Um, but it was my favorite book as I was a kid, and if I would have nightmares, no matter when it was during the year, I would run to the bookshelf in the middle of the night and pull it down and read it to try to make myself think good things, to try to get rid of the bad dreams. Um, but it's been one of my favorite books. It's a little beat up. 1970, copywritten in 1969. Oddly enough, it was 25 cents. So I'm going to read it to you now and hopefully show you as many of the pictures as I can. The illustrations are by Florence Sarah Winship because I really love the pictures. And it is written by Clement Moore, who, ironically enough, he and his family own the very land that I live on in Chelsea. He was born and grew up around the corner in a townhouse, and he wrote this there in that townhouse in 1823. His family owned this block, the block across from me, which they donated to the seminary, where he later taught for like 25 years or something like that. So I think it's kind of fun that I'm reading this to you from where he wrote it. Okay. "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" by Clement Moore. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were all nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutter and threw up the sash. The moon, on the breast of the new-fallen snow, gave a lustre of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his course they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled! His dimples, how merry! His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all! Ho, 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 ho! And to all a good night!" The end. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. Sending lots of love and a big hug. Mwah.